Welcome to another episode of the Beauty Pop Podcast. I am Victoria.
And I'm Jen.
And another Happy New Year. Why not? Right?
I know,
we can
it's
say
still
Happy New Year for the whole month of January. Why not?
Got to celebrate something with everybody feeling kind of sick.
I
Everybody
know.
that I know has been feeling sick over the holidays. So,
Yep.
time to get well. We
The
can get a new start.
triple-demic, right? Is that what they call it? The
What was
triple, the triple-demic or whatever? It's the RSV, COVID, and flu. And
Flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But that's all right.
Our escape is here and talking about all things beauty and pop culture. And so you've got a really interesting, fun list of what potentially will be the new beauty trends for 2023. And I don't know the list, so I love being surprised. So I'm excited to hear what we may or may not be talking about and potentially reviewing as the year goes on.
And this is from the Bible of fancy people. This is from Vogue Magazine.
Oh, okay.
So
Bible.
Vogue at the end of the year, so the last week of December, they put out a list of the 9 biggest beauty trends for 2023. So I saved this because I love you. And I'm like, okay, we're going to talk about this because we'll see if we agree with this or not. Because just because they tell you it's trendy doesn't always mean it works for you.
Right. And some of it can be like a weird TikTok thing that we're never going to do.
Exactly. So here's how they start this. You want to just jump right in? Are we ready to do it?
Let's go.
Okay. So it says from erythral. Do we ethereal?
I just went right to like urethra, right?
Urethra.
Like what?
How do you say that word right?
What word is it?
ethereal.
Wait, E-T-H-E... Ethereal.
Ethereal.
Yeah. So not urethra. Not
urethra.
Not your urinary tract part.
Ethereal, right?
Right. Ethereal. Very big
I'm
difference.
telling you, this is
Maybe
part
you
of
have
the
brain frog
problems
that I was talking about.
Do you ever have that? I mean, I'm having this happen more and more. I don't know. Any of you listening, please, send me a note at Jennifer Horn Radio. Tell me that you read words and you're like, I can't make my lips say them. Okay.
Yes.
Ethereal ornamentation and glow up highlighter are some of the 2023 beauty trends defined by all things visionary. That's what they say, both in terms of application and final effect. Okay. So they say everything's going to be a little extra this year, and they're giving a tip of the hat back to Y2K. So the first thing that they're saying is that the shimmery, futuristic, and ever so slightly affected era that was Y2K will continue to be a trend in 2023. I guess that means all of our computers are going to die or something like that. They said the aesthetic modernized as a study in soft through playful palette. And they think that it makes you look young and that it will be holographic, metallic, and frosted details that will kind of run the day, essentially like it did back in Y2K.
So we're going, so what they're saying is in practical application terms, because my brain didn't quite process what you just said.
Metallics, glitter,
no, the beginning part of that,
pastels,
I was like, so
reflective light.
So we're talking about lip gloss, right? Like frosted lips, frosted eyeshadows.
The entire palette, they say. So the entire palette is going to have a Y2K effect, which is a little extra. So it's going to be metallics, glitter, pastel colors will be really in. And they say anything that you would have enjoyed for like the holiday season is going to continue throughout the year. Holographic shadows, metallics, and frosted details in all colors that you put on your face. That's
interesting. I mean, I'm not like I know you are. I know. I'm like, oh, this is going to be her favorite thing. I can do like a little bit of frosted stuff. Like I remember around Y2K, frosted lip gloss was really in. And I mean like frosted lavender lip gloss. Do you remember that?
And it looks like snot. I know. That's a little too much.
Look good. And I'm also thinking like I'm going right back to Gwen Stefani in No Doubt with the skinny eyebrows and the bindi, like that era where she had lots.
By the way, those are all things on this list. It's almost like you're
okay, all right.
It's like you're a visionary, just like Y2K in 2023.
Well, the pastel thing is interesting because I was just looking, because now that, and this is 100% your fault, or you get the credit for, I should say, but I am 100% a nail person now. Like I'm so into nails because I have the LCNs. So every 3 weeks I get a polish change and the whole thing. And right now I don't know if you can tell on camera.
I love it.
It's an OPI green. It's an army green. It's called like Ober's something. I don't know. It's a weird long name from OPI with a gold glitter on top.
It's got the
And
glitter.
I did
I love it.
and I did it for New Year's, so I still have it stuck on me. But I was just looking at the new spring line of OPI. It's all Easter egg colors. It's all pastels. So I can totally see that it is moving in that trend. I don't know about the frosted pastel thing. I don't know if I want to go back to that because I remember
for your
L'Oreal,
eyes though. I'm with you. I'm not a frosted lip person, but I am all about the shimmer eyeshadow.
For the eyes, it's pretty. Yeah.
Maybe not frosted blue, but I think a nice sheer wash frosted purple or a frosted pink. I'm all about that.
Yeah, I can definitely do that for sure. And I like metallics. I like a frosty silver or a frosty gold. Like I could do that too for sure. But
they say metallics right on trend. I'm done with neutral though. I have to say I've been wearing browns way too much. I'm ready to throw those out for just a little while. I mean, they're always good to come back to. It's classic look, but I'm ready for some color. I like that idea.
But you know what I hate going back to nails? I don't like this mocha and brown nail polish trend. The mocha glazed donut that Hailey Bieber's.
I don't like that. I love neutrals, but I love them to have like a pinky or a beige base. That brown, not my favorite.
No.
All right. So they also say that your hair color is going to warm up in 2023. So they say the shades you love are getting warmer from blonde to brunette. Chosen hair shades are veering rich and toasty. So you want to think about Bella Hadid's aspen blonde and Kim Kardashian's honeyed hair. They're going to have a more warm tone. Peroxide will even take personal tones into account for a flattering effect. So if you are into those cool shades, your hair in 2023 is warming up. At least that's what they say the trend will be.
That's nice in the winter. A little warmth in the winter is actually a good thing. Whether you're blonde or brunette, you're very blonde, I'm very brunette. So a little bit of warmth, a little bit of like some chestnut if you have a, brunette. I like that. A little bit of low lights, for blondes. Like I think that's pretty flattering. Yeah, that's nice.
And it makes it more natural too. I always try to draw a little bit through just because I think it helps you grow out when you get when you're doing your highlights. All right, it says retro flash makeup is also going to be in. Skin is going to be lit in 2023 to accompany immaculate and well-tended complexions. Washes of radiance thoughtfully applied offer an out-of-this-world glow that feels like a main effect finish rather than a brightening afterthought. They say, look at Gucci's Spring 2023 runway and the accompanying Old Hollywood flash highlighter dreamed up by a makeup artist, Thomas DeCluver, to mimic the effects of retro flash photography. So they say you're going to have that lit from within look, lots of highlighter. And I'm going to hold this up just so you can see the way that the color kind of shines around the eyes and on the tops of the cheekbone and over the bridge of the nose.
So it makes me feel like bronzer's out and it's almost like you're just using the highlighter.
Highlighter in. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, next on the list, and I think it's because of you that we have to say this. I think you just summoned its name, body and face jewelry.
Oh no!
This is where
for the record, company. I never did any of this. I'm not a body. I never had a belly chain. I don't like anklets. I'm not into any of that. I would never wear a bindi, and I don't think anyone in 2023 can wear a bindi unless.
What about appropriations, by the way?
Right. You can't do that now. Gwen Stefani could never do that.
Well, they say embellishments continued to find favor in 2022, and 2023 is slated to see even more temporary adornments that help turn you into living art. So they say you might do a freckle-like jewel placement, gem-encrusted brows, or third eye jewels.
Do you remember when, and I feel like it's Gwen Stefani again, and there was someone else, Bella Hadid, I think, did it not too long ago, where your entire eyebrow is basically covered over, and it's just all gemstones for eyebrows.
And that's exactly what they're showing in the picture. The person has literally like shaved off their eyebrow, or it is so skinny that they've now just placed rhinestones over them. Now
that doesn't look good on anyone.
No, but you did admit that you have trouble getting those brows to grow. Maybe you should just shave them off and put on gems.
Can you imagine
a day?
I feel like they should start like rename it. It's very like in the late 90s, a lot of the look was like the space buns on your hair,
alien kind of thing.
Alien. Yeah. And then lots and lots of metallics, lots of, the little gemstones all over your face and your eyebrows and things like that. I don't really think we need to bring that back because when you look back,
I don't either.
There were some beautiful, famous women, models, celebrities, whatever. And they looked, I'm sorry, but they didn't look pretty. They looked awful.
It's just bizarre. And, I want beauty that's going to follow me every day, and I would not be able to go to my job wearing gemstone eyebrows. Like,
No.
it's just, people would laugh me out of my desk,
Right,
it's not happening. They say that you can look into stars, butterflies, hearts to add 3D elements to your face. I'm skipping that one.
If you're over 17, disregard that trend because you're going to look like an
really
ass
think it
hat.
through.
Yeah.
They say that if you're more of a minimalist, you can use this trend on your nails, so you can add like embellishments to your nails, which I would do. That's
now,
okay.
I know you are my nail inspiration. So have you done that, like gemstones and stuff? Because I've never done that on my nails.
I would. I think it's really pretty, but I really don't even know how to ask for it at my nail salon. Like, I feel like I don't know if they're good artists or not.
Right.
So I don't even know if I want to open that door. I think maybe if you go to salons where they advertise that they do a lot of nail art, maybe. But the places I go, they just don't seem like they do.
I feel like I would be so basic that I would have like maybe one little stone on like one nail.
I think it looks pretty when they do like a nude long set of nails and then like their fourth nail is like crystals. That looks kind of nice. But then I also think, am I going to, real life? I mean, this is what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I'm cleaning a bathroom. Do I want to have those crystals collecting all that stuff? I don't know that. I don't know.
No.
Cooking, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's pretty for you people who don't have, when you have full staff to take care of your whims, it's very nice.
That's what it is. If you're a celebrity and you don't really need to do anything except just get your nails done every 3 days, then sure.
Perfect.
And it works.
All right. Next up on the list, lots of liner. Now I can handle this because I wear eyeliner almost every day unless I'm sick. Eyeliner application is experiencing an abundance of innovation, they say. Well, extended feline flicks are assuredly here to stay. So the cat eye's here to stay. The New Year eyeliner will continue to warrant double takes. They're using TikTok as an example. And they say that you want to use a lot of eyeliner. They say romantic goth and grunge sleaze are current.
I love the eyeliner. I do a black liquid eyeliner, cat eye. See the picture that you're showing there. Basically, her entire eye is lined. It's very Egyptian looking. I love
very
that.
Egyptian.
I love that. That's cool. What I don't like is the trend where the eyeliner goes all the way around, but then goes up onto your lid.
Cut crease, when you cut the crease with your eyeliner.
I don't like that look. It's very Julia Fox.
Unless you're dressing up as a Disney villain for Halloween, because that's like the Disney villain eye where they have the cut crease.
Is that where it started?
Yeah.
It's very like Maleficent, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like okay. Yeah, I don't like that. No.
And I did it one year. I did this really cool, I should actually post a picture at some point. Sure. I did this really cool cat makeup for Halloween one year and it had like leopard spots. It was really cool. And then I did the cut crease. Unless it's a costume party though, it just, again, it doesn't really work in life.
No.
You just,
no.
It looks better in pictures too. It doesn't look as good in person. In person, you look like you've drawn your eyeliner up your eye and it's a mistake. All right, here we go. Back to the list. Less brow, more fun. Big brows, they've been everywhere, right? These girls, the brows are like half of their face now. It's crazy.
It is true. It's too much.
It's too much. So I'm okay with paring down the brow a little bit. I'm still not ready for the overplucked look, though, that we were loving during the 90s.
I will never go back. I don't care. I don't care if I'm the only person with visible eyebrows left on the planet. I will never, ever go back to that.
Exactly.
Ever.
That's how I feel, too. I feel like it's just, but I will not go full face brows either. It's too much for me.
You know what's causing that? It's everyone's into the brow lamination.
Yes.
Which just makes your brows look like twice as thick.
Because they're standing up straight.
Hair. Yeah. I don't like that look either, really.
Well, it's out, according to Vogue Magazine. They say slim or silenced statement-making brows are now part of the regular rotation. This year marked the return of the skinny Y2K brow, which is the swing back from the brushed-up brows that we all have just talked about. They say that you want to have those really high arches and even bleached arches, which I guess coloring the top, I can't handle that. I'll be sticking away from that one.
I call that like skinny high arch, like the I Love Lucy brow.
Totally. Yeah.
That's not attractive.
It's not. It looks drawn on. Way drawn on.
Yeah.
So they say Marc Jacobs sent bleached brows down the runway, and so did Givenchy. And different other makeup artists said they honor the theme of transparency with barely there brows. Doja Cat took things a step further, shaving off her brows entirely in favor of a look that she said is first unsettling and then breathtaking. So they like the less brow more. Less is more.
I'm sorry, but my first thought for anything should never be, I did something that's quote unquote unsettling. That's not good.
And then it was considered art, so it was fine.
Sure, right. It's like when Picasso does your portrait and you look at it and it's cubist and you're like, oh, that's unsettling. And then later on, you're like, well, I guess it's art.
That's all right.
No.
Okay, this one also, I'll get behind it in theory, but I'll never live by it. And that is skincare is makeup. I love skincare.
We can't do it, right?
I can't do it.
I can't.
I'm sorry. We have too much pink in our faces.
Yeah. I can't do it.
I would
love to do it. I would love
Me too.
to do it.
Me too. They say a natural complexion is the new makeup. They say that many makeup artists and spring fashion shows showcase the effects of Is it Tata Harper, the one that does those masks? We always see those Tata masks, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she does all the treatments and the mask, and they say they focused on a no makeup that allowed fresh skin to take center stage.
I love the look of, a thinly veiled, corrector of a foundation where you can still see, because I have a lot of freckles and you can still see some freckles and stuff. And I like that look, but there's no way in hell I could ever go out to a party with no makeup. I would look like,
I know.
No, that's,
I'm with you. I would love it. In theory, it sounds fantastic.
Sure.
And again, we love skincare on this program, but is it going to happen?
We're still trying to achieve good skin. That's why we talk about it all the time.
Unless you can fix a way to just blur me out. I don't know.
Right.
All right. 2 more on the list. These are Vogue's top 9 trends of 2023. They say the shag hairdo, the ever-evolving shag, is going to be back. They say never has a mullet been less controversial because remember, 2022 was a year of the mullet. There were a lot of celebrities who were walking around with these crazy mullets. They say modern beauty means that any cut is fair game. The throwback shag is seeing a stylized return. The refreshed iterations of the classic mullet shag have been blowing up on social with styles like the choppy, unbridled wolf cut and grown out octopus cut, inspiring those who favor short hair to get creative in their execution. This to me looks like an overgrown curly mullet.
Is that a picture of Natasha Lyonne?
Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like she can pull that off because that's her like weird bohemian thing. But if anyone is going, I'm not going to use the octopus thing in my vernacular unless I'm watching the documentary My Octopus Friend, because that's it. It's staying on my screen. It's not going on my head. That's it.
I once had, you brought up Lucille Ball. I had a Lucy costume. I never wore it, but I have it in my trunk in my closet that has go-to Halloween costumes. And it sat in there for years and years and years. And one day I was cleaning out that trunk and there was the Lucy wig that had come undone in the bucket and had totally lost its shape. And that's what this reminds me of, with the big flower dew on top and then the hair that's just come out of its bun, which, it's just an undone Lucille Ball look that it's just not good.
That's not a good look. No. But, and I don't like the shag haircut at all. Remember Miley last year? She had a mullet shag.
She had the mullet.
It was like her dad was like the original mullet guy. And it's like she went to her dad's barber, was like, yeah, just give me what my dad had during the Achy Breaky Heart tour.
Remember 25 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a good look. But I mean, in the 70s, it was a very Pat Benatar had that shag kind of mullet look. It was a rock and roll kind of look for women back then, but not something that I want to see now, and especially ever on my head or on yours. I will fly to California and stop you if you decide you're going to do that.
You have no worries about that. I don't go far in my hair experimentation, that's for sure. But there are things that looked really good in the time that they served that don't need to be brought back again. And I know we're getting short on new ideas. I know people can't think of new TV shows, new movies, new beauty trends. So they're rebooting what could have been quite possibly the ugliest time of our lives, which was Y2K. They think they're going to reboot all of that.
I mean, think of it this way. Everything was based on there's a very solid chance that the world may end, right?
Yeah.
That's not a good parameter for how you're going to schedule your beauty looks for the next year. Well, the world's going to end, so I'm going to look like a total weirdo. Like, I don't want to
So
live
I'll wear
like
every
that.
color, every metallic.
We're coming
just
out of a
flow be
global
my hair.
pandemic. We did think the world was ending. We
know.
lived through it. You know, like, I don't want to go through that again. I want, a trend that I do really like. My hair right now is just a chin length bob.
It's
which
really
is,
cute. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. But what I do love, if you have longer hair, the 90s supermodel blowout is very back in. Think Cindy Crawford, with the big, voluminous, gorgeous hair and lots of big, thick rollers set in.
Yep.
Every model, except for Linda Evangelista, because she had short hair, every model who was in any George Michael video, think about that for the 90s. So if you have longer hair, go glam.
Big and glam. It always looked like you were walking in a fan with that hair when it was done right. It was just always, it would blow back perfectly.
To me, that is a beautiful look. And that's something I don't mind bringing back. And it's already happening at my salon. A lot of the younger girls who go there are already starting. They're coming in going, can I get the 90s supermodel blowout? They weren't even born yet. And they're like, can I get the 90s thing? I love how girls who are born in the 2000s think that the 90s was like the greatest thing ever. The 90s was terrible.
We lived through it. Yeah. I wore so many pairs of overalls with these terrible lug-soled shoes.
I mean, just watch Clueless, right? And especially how men dressed in the 90s. Everyone looked like K-Fed. Google K-Fed. Totally. And every guy looked like K-Fed. He had the white tank top on, the gigantic baggy jeans, the hideous platform shoes, like
and a half a bottle of Drakkar.
Oh, it was such a bad look. It was such a bad look. So, I mean, some of the 90s I'm okay with, but I don't know.
I laugh because you go through all of these influencers on Instagram and you see these women who are trying to sell you things that you wore when it was popular the first time around.
Because they're aiming at girls who weren't born yet. That's really
right. They're not. They didn't live through it.
We got that T-shirt 25 years ago.
They have a commissionable link, and I'm like, okay, you can try to sell me those overalls as much as you want.
It's not coming back.
But they're not coming back. I'm not doing it here.
Absolutely.
All right, the last trend is one that we are both going to love.
Okay, good.
You ready for this one? It's the best for last.
Yes,
it's a polished manicure.
Oh, okay.
They say. That's easy, right? We love it. They say gems, glitter, other embellishments may abound, but 2023's ultimate note in nails is a pretty and polished manicure. They say that the most famous nail artists, in fact, those that do Jennifer Lopez and others, say that there's nothing worse than a pitch perfect color wasted on ungroomed nails. Focus on proper prep before reaching for the polish. So they say get your nails done nicely before you put that nice polish on.
Take care of those
nice
cuticles.
Polished manicure.
Yes, I love that. I'm all about that. Nails
Me too. I think that's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, to me, like now that I'm super into nails, now that I have length because I'm not like, pounding away on a keyboard every day, I think it's, it's really, it's an accessory. It can really change your whole outfit. And it's like, I almost see it now as kind of like another piece of jewelry. And I love it. So
it finishes your appearance. Yeah. And right now, and this is weird because I have nothing on my nails and they are driving me nuts. I feel so not put together. I could be wearing sequins right now and I would be like hiding my hands. There is just something about having my nails done that just feels finished and feels good. And
mentally,
I think
for
it's
me,
a confidence booster.
It is. And mentally, like I always think of when Elle Woods finds out that Warner Huntington III has gotten engaged to Vivian and she like drives her Porsche like 100 miles an hour to the nail salon and she's crying and she walks up to Jennifer Coolidge's character, Paulette, and she's just like, I need a manicure. It's an emergency. And I'm like, that is how I feel. And then as soon as you get your nails done, I feel my blood pressure drop. I feel like it's like getting a massage. It's a mental massage. It's true.
It just feels good and it feels finished. And I'm sorry, you just can't do it yourself as good as you can in a salon.
I can't do it at all myself.
Especially because I have dry skin. Like having them do my cuticles and having them do all this stuff I don't want to do or really even know how to do all that well.
Because a lot of times,
pay for it.
And my nail tech told me that she has seen so many women come in who have done at-home manicures for the last couple of years, and they've trimmed their cuticle too far back. And then that can lead to a lot of problems with the growth of the nail, infections, all kinds of stuff. You're more susceptible to a fungus. It's not good. Let a professional do it. Unless you really, really know what you're doing, trust the professional.
Absolutely.
And end with a little bit of, cuticle oil. You can do that at home. things like that. But
which
don't
is really
trim.
great. I actually just found really good one from Trader Joe's in there. It wasn't
What?
an advent
You
calendar.
find all the
This
best
is
stuff.
the craziest thing. It wasn't an advent calendar, but it was like their 12 days of Christmas little sample stuff. And it had all beauty products in it, mostly skincare stuff. The body butter's been fantastic. The chapstick has been fantastic. I'm telling you, sleeper on Trader Joe's. So if you need beauty stuff, maybe check it out. I've got to go see what's in the aisle. I want to actually go see what they sell in store. That's not just part of their little calendar.
My Trader Joe's that's near me has a very limited beauty section. And so, but I've heard that the body butter is amazing. Like I've read beauty blogs about it. People rave about it. It's like the new, remember the Body Shop? Talk about the 90s, like we'll end on the 90s here. The Body Shop, right? Every one of my friends, including me, we were like coated, like a full body coat of the mango body butter.
Of course.
It was like, I mean, if you didn't have that, like who even were you? Like it was like, it was like status, back then. But it actually was really sticky and gross when you think about it as an adult. But when you're 15, 16, it's like you think you're super sexy. But the body butter from Trader Joe's, I haven't tried it yet, but apparently it really is incredible. And
it's great. I just had a little tiny one in this thing and I've been using it every night just on my hands. I haven't been using it anywhere else. It's really nice and it sinks in, but it leaves them really soft.
I'm going to have to try that. Maybe I can order. Do they have online? Does Trader Joe's
I don't think they do. I don't know. Maybe for their beauty products they do. Their groceries you can't do online.
Right.
But you never know. I'll see if I can find. I'm going to Trader Joe's and I'm going to hunt. I'm just for this podcast. I'm going to go to Trader Joe's and just see what kind of beauty stuff they have while I'm doing my grocery shopping.
Yeah, for sure. I think ours might just be a little too small. So the aisles, they don't carry all of the products that, you like. I confess, I have listened to the Trader Joe's podcast where have you heard of it? It is hilarious because it's just Trader Joe's employees talking about the cool shit that they have at Trader Joe's. It's like,
do you know how many Trader Joe's influencers there are on Instagram? It's
insane.
Nuts. People just are obsessed. And let me tell you, it's good. I mean, I'm not putting them down. There's no shade in that. It's great. But yeah, there are just totally dedicated accounts to Trader Joe's stuff.
I mean, and I think of like my first experience with Trader Joe's was probably in college when everyone's like buying $2 Chuck. That was my only real experience. I don't even think there was a Trader Joe's in New Jersey at that point. So, but yeah, throwback, lots of 90s stuff, throwback stuff. We love it. Well, so one last thing real quick. I just want to add in, I finally got a hold of the Essence mascara from Target.
I'm so excited. Did you like it?
The Essence Lash Princess, right?
Yeah.
So two things. One, it freaked me out that it was not sealed. Did you notice that?
It wasn't?
There's no plastic seal around it. And
I didn't even notice that. I feel like there was a seal. Okay.
Then maybe I got an unsealed one and now I have an eye infection. I don't know.
Okay.
But I got the last tube of the waterproof.
You got the conjunctivuncta.
Yeah. So I got the last tube of the waterproof. I would say it's okay in an emergency. I think that the non-waterproof is probably a lot better. But with my drooping straight lashes, I have to use the waterproof to keep them curled. So the other thing that I didn't love is that the rubber brush, the bristles on the waterproof, I don't know if it's the same for the regular, but I wouldn't even call them bristles. They were like little rubber spikes. So it took probably, I'm not exaggerating, probably 7 coats on each lash, on each eye.
No way.
And it had a doll-like effect, but I like more volume for me. So I still haven't found anything that's better than the Miss Your Big, the Lancome from.
Now I'm going to have to investigate Sephora, the packaging.
Well, that did freak me out because after the fact, I was like, wait a minute, how do I know that someone else at Target wasn't already using this?
I'm still loving it, but that's the beauty. This is what's really great about doing this podcast is that everybody likes something different. So that's why we always want you guys to share stuff too. If there's stuff that you like that you want us to try or things that you're curious about,
absolutely,
let us know.
Yep. Hit us up at BeautyPopPod on Instagram. You can also email us beautypoppod@gmail.com. And I
never tried the waterproof one. I gave that one away. So I wonder, now I'm going to buy one just out of curiosity.
It also flaked easily and I didn't love that.
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe you got a bad batch.
Or it was an opened one that someone else has already used. And so now
they returned.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God, can you imagine? But I didn't know. But they had some of the regular ones that are pink. like pink and black, and none of them had plastic wrapping either. So
mine's purple. Mine's like got a purpley blue color and black.
Maybe it was purple that but the one that I have, the waterproof one, is blue and black, or black. Yeah. It's a black tube with blue lettering. So yeah, it was,
well, I'm bummed you didn't like it. I'm sorry it wasn't everything I promised. I still love it, though.
But you didn't make any promises about waterproof. So I'm thinking that the regular formula is probably great. The waterproof is...
Yeah, I'm going to have to try the waterproof and see if I notice any big changes.
I would be curious to see because you can do the side-by-side. I would be curious about that. Yeah, for sure.
It's $5. I think I can get myself a bottle of the waterproof.
$4.99. I was impressed by that, I have to say.
The price is good.
It's an okay gamble, I mean, if you're in a pinch and you can't make it to Sephora or a makeup counter to get whatever you normally get, it's a great, just be prepared to do a lot more coats than you're probably used to doing.
So bizarre. I probably do 2 coats and that's it. And you can see my eyes. I'm wearing it now.
You've got good volume.
Yeah, and I have no liner on. Isn't that funny?
I have a weird feeling it's the waterproof formula combined with that rubber. It's a very thin rubber kind of brush.
Yeah, was it curved?
No, it's straight.
Mine's curved. And it's interesting. All right, so maybe it's different.
And it gets very tapered. It looks like a point almost. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try the waterproof for research.
It was a lot of work. You're in there almost on every individual lash. It was a lot.
Wow. All right, we'll stay away from the waterproof then.
Yeah, unfortunately. But hey, that's what we do. We give honest reviews, right?
We
don't want you wasting your $4.99.
It's your hard-earned money there.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of Beauty Pop. If you subscribe and follow us on Apple, then you'll never miss an episode. And please leave us a rating and review whenever you get a chance. And we appreciate it. And we will talk to you next week.